Welcome back to GaIM Live! We are a live stream podcast hosted here at UCF's Games and Interactive Media program, where each week we spotlight the different works and projects that our students do throughout their curriculum. And I am your host, Bryan Cunha, and joining me today is...
Summer Smith. I'm a junior in the program. Wow. I really went back in time there. I am doing both the art and programming track, and I'm excited to join on the stream today as part of GaIM Live's team.
Yeah, she's normally our segment producer, so she's hopping on today because her area of expertise is a bit closer to the guests that we have today. If you guys remember from last episode, today is going to be primarily focused on a lot of art showcases. So her being in the art program is going to be a lot more suited to this than I am. You know, I know a little bit, but nowhere near her level of expertise. So, before we get into it and, bring on some of our guests, you want to talk about what happened yesterday?
Oh, what happened yesterday? There was the UCF Career Fair Internship Expo. It was actually really fun to go to. I went to it a little bit late, around 2. It was from 12:30 to 4:30. A lot of the companies started packing up around 4, so I had to get going. And all the ones that I wanted to go to had really long lines because as a game design major, there isn't much there. It's mostly focused towards I think engineers and whatnot. But if you look closely, EA was there, NASA was there, some airplane simulation companies were there, which is really
names.
Cool. It was there's big ones. There's small companies, big companies. It was really exciting. Just I also networked a little bit, talked to some other people there. There was people from every major basically.
Awesome. That is super cool to hear. I'm glad you had a great time. And speaking of great times, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, there is, I think it's an industry day. I can't remember. But
I was going to say, we're getting some info from behind the scenes right now. So we're going to be having one next month from Game Dev Nights.
Yeah, so it'll definitely be more focused towards digital media, maybe more game design. I'm very excited to go to that as well. I will be there.
Oh, yeah.
I will be there.
I'll be doing my best to show up as well. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who attends for sure. But aside from the career fair, we also did a little group bonding exercise last weekend. It was really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, we went bowling as a team, and you know what? I'm awful at bowling, but
we found out it was good too.
Yeah, we found out we got some professionals on our team, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely a super casual, but it was a lot of fun all the same. So
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty average, but I knew Michael was pulling the stops. I said it from the get-go. We were like, who's going to be the secret really good bowler? Michael.
oh yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah. I was surprised. I was surprised when Kyle pulled up too. Kyle hit 3 strikes in a row at one
Yeah,
point.
that was crazy.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, but it was so much fun, and I love being part of the team, and it's just really fun what we get to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Moving forward to what we're going to do on this stream for the rest of it. As Bryan mentioned, we're going to do a lot more art focused today, but we're also introducing Cold Snap, which is a current workshop game, going through what they're doing and sort of maybe a demo of their game. I'm really excited. I haven't seen much of it yet, except the art, and it looks
That's exactly what
fantastic.
I was going to say. I've only seen the art, so
It looks great. I'm really excited.
I'm happy to see it in motion in a couple minutes here. So
Yeah.
I think we'll take a quick break, see if we can get them on here, and then yeah.
Oh, well, we got to talk about spring break.
Oh, how could I forget?
We got to talk about spring break. What we're doing next week.
I was so locked into work right quick. Yeah, next week is spring break. I completely forgot about that. So since we're not going to be here on campus, we will be having a compilation instead of a regular live stream. That's kind of just some highlights from our previous streams. And we hope that you guys enjoy that. We'll be back normal as scheduled on the Wednesday right after spring break. So
I know we got some funny clips from that.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I hope you guys are looking forward to it. We'll be right back after this break. We did it? Is that? Welcome back to GaIM Live. We have two members from the Cold Snap team. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Jayden Currence, producer for Cold Snap.
And I'm Jeff Stevenson. I'm the lead programmer on Cold Snap.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys here. I'm really excited to get into the game. Could you guys talk more about like your process throughout the semester? Maybe just like where are you right now with the project?
Yeah, we've been developing this game since September of last year. We are currently preparing for our alpha release in 2 weeks, and it's been a long road coming. We've made mistakes. We've iterated on systems that were designed one way and implemented another. It's been a long journey, but
yeah, I mean, I've only heard snippets from Jeff so far, so it's great to see. Like, I'm seeing it now, but there's some awesome like screenshots about the art. Like, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, we have an incredibly talented team.
I was going to say, shout out to our art team specifically. The game looks really, really beautiful. I think there's, 10 people on the art team?
Yeah, including our lead artist and creative director. That would be 10.
Yeah, so, and the game's really, especially in the past couple of weeks visually, it's really come together in a way that's been really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, I'd love to show off some of the screenshots from your game.
Yeah.
So, I haven't played at all. It's right here. I'm very excited. So I see like the UI looks great. Was that Garrett?
Yes.
Yes. I love like the shading, like cell shading with like the toon outline.
Yeah. So the shader was, we definitely had some inspiration from Borderlands with that. It's been a core part of our art style throughout the entirety of development. It's something we've tried to stick by for sure.
Is it like a custom like sky as well, or?
Yeah.
It looks
custom skybox.
That skybox was drawn in October for our very first like prototype, and we all were really attached to it, and it's kind of just stayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cell shading and the outline and everything, we wanted to pick an art style that would be a little more flashy and pop out, since a lot of the game's trying to be action and fast paced and things like that. And yeah, I think it's really coming together well right now.
I feel like it definitely does pop out. I really like it. And this is made in Unreal Engine?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So as like the programmer and producer, I was curious, like, what exactly like would you say is like the most thing that you're proud of doing so far for the team, maybe?
As producer, a lot of my stuff comes to managing the larger scale stuff, and it's a lot of less direct development and more who do I need to put in what area to make sure it gets done effectively. And it's been a learning process for all of us. That's kind of the point of workshop. But over the past few weeks in particular, I really have seen our team grow into a routine, and our team has grown comfortable enough with one another that we know who should work on what. And it's really cool to see a team as large as 19 people come together and work so effectively with one another.
Yeah, I imagine it must be like hard to manage so many people at once. I know a lot of like workshop teams have like a limit of 15.
Yeah, we had some unique circumstances. It's definitely been a challenge, but more manpower it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I think we're making the best of it for sure,
for
and it's
sure.
really, I'm grateful for everyone who's on the team.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, I'm the most proud of, for the programming team specifically, I know this was kind of the first project of this scale for everyone in Unreal. It's my first time working in C++, and building, there's, enemy AI and attack combo routes and progression and meta progression and all these different systems. And so I'm really proud of, like, myself and the rest of the programming team specifically for, like, getting the game to the state that it's in right now and where it'll continue to be.
Now that you're
Going
talking
forward.
about the whole gameplay system, I'm excited to play. So we're going to go through the rest of the screenshots.
Yeah.
It just let me go through them. Okay. I think it's because I'm zoomed in, unfortunately. Okay, now I'm... a little technical
I
difficulties.
think you have an arrow there on the right.
Is there an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. This is why you're the programmer? Yeah. Is there, like, different colorations for the robot? Or does it just, like, change based on environment?
It is changed based on environment in the screenshots.
Okay. Yeah.
We're still deciding on a final color for him, though.
Okay.
Yeah, for a long time, the player character was a very similar blue to what you see in, like, the ice and things in the environment in the background, and it made having the character pop out kind of difficult. And so we recently parameterized out that color, so the base character is just, like, blank white, and then you can change out the color based off of... well, we can do it on the editor side. The players can't right now. But so we've been experimenting with what color we think fits best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little biased to this color, so I'm just letting you know. But
I love the mint.
Yeah.
I love
I'm a
mint. I
big
love
fan.
teal. It's like the best. But let's see. What inspired like this sort of game, like Cold Snap in general, not just the style, but like the actual gameplay?
So I was part of the very initial like pitch and team that first worked on the prototype for this back in September. The initial pitch for it was making a roguelike game that takes in like the juggle mechanics of more of like the traditional like 2D like arcade style like beat 'em ups. We took a lot of inspiration from Castle Crashers. There's older games like Golden Axe and things like that. But putting that into like a 3D action game environment with like modern roguelike elements, and then taking a big graphical inspiration from games like Borderlands, Okami, these like big like stylized cel shaded games, and just this big emphasis on like action and player upgrades and things like that.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I think we're reaching the end. Ooh, okay. Is this just like a high up in the sky, like just screenshot of the environment?
Yeah, this is, I believe this is our frozen refinement level.
Yeah, this is level 3.
How many levels do you have?
4 at the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay. Well, I am gonna get into it without
Yeah.
further ado. Yeah, this is a list. there's
It's a big team.
19.
Yeah, 19. Then, is there anything I should do settings-wise, or would I be good to go?
I think you're good to go.
Okay, awesome. Is it like classic WASD?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah, so
this is even
WASD is
cooler, like real time.
going to be your movement, and then on your mouse clicks,
Oh my
you've
God.
got light attack on your left click, and then your right attack is a heavy attack. And so the order you can change those light and heavy in different like sequences to do different like combos on the combo route.
Oh, is there like a combo, like the fire? Is that sort of like a meter?
Yeah, so the meter isn't tied to the combos directly, but as you hit enemies, that heat meter there below your health fills up. And then if you press Q, you can go into burn mode, which starts draining your heat, and you see the effects flare up on the character. And so that increases your damage for 50% while you're in that
Wow.
mode, but it drains your heat over time.
This looks really amazing.
Thank you.
I really like how he walks too.
Yeah, the walk cycle has gotten.
The animations have been something we've iterated on over the course of the entire development. So
Yeah, and we'll continue to, I
Yeah.
think. But yeah, it's also important to note heat is a resource for progressing through the game, so you might want to keep some of it as you gain it.
Okay.
For going through later.
So
And then, yeah,
I
this
pressed
is-
E.
Yeah, this is our upgrade system. So enemies will drop certain upgrades randomly whenever you defeat them, and then you can choose where to equip the upgrade onto your robot, and so that'll change what the stat buff is. So this little screen right now, this UI is currently getting reworked, but this is our one from last semester, where it shows you the different buffs for different locations to attach the upgrade. Or if your health is low, you can consume the upgrade and it'll heal you for a little bit, which is shown there in the.
Yeah,
the
it looks
bottom
really
right.
nice. Do you have any suggestions? Which one might be like meta? I don't know. Or is it all sort of like balanced, maybe?
In theory, it should all be
Okay,
balanced.
in theory,
Balance we'll
yeah.
continue to work on. I feel like in general, I don't know what your thought is. I feel like people talk about movement upgrades a lot.
movement speed and attack speed were the two I would lean to.
Yeah.
I was thinking movement speed. I want to be able to like
Oh, yeah.
fly,
I
you know?
feel yeah.
But is there like a general path? I see that I'm moving this way. Yeah? Okay. Like I saw this in one of the screenshots, right? It looks beautiful.
Yeah, that is the drill. That is our major objective for each level. The objectives to get to the drill being the generators.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you may see the generators have these little poles with lights on the top of them, and they'll have a little meter.
There might be one off to your right.
I think, yeah, behind you now.
Oh. Right.
If you
Is
see
this
that
it?
little, yeah, it'll flash
Oh.
orange.
Oh, I see it now.
Something
Okay.
that we've gotten a lot of feedback on, I think we'll continue to work on in the months to alpha and then RTM, is conveyance of progression and things like that.
For sure.
But
Yeah, I can definitely see that being like maybe like the one weakness I would say is like pathing to find the actual. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
What is happening?
so whenever you have enough heat and you hit a generator, it starts this charge up sequence. So you can see that meter at the bar at the top of the screen. So as you stay within this like orange radius that you see around the generator, as you gain heat from attacking enemies, that bar will fill up. And when it's
Oh.
full, the generator will be fully activated.
Okay.
And then once it's completely activated, you move on to the next one. And then once you've charged all three, the drill will drill a hole in the next one. I'll cycle that.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm just spamming right now. I'm just spamming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Okay. I feel like. Oh, is it different every time? Like what?
So there are different. It's not reflected. We have icons in for the upgrades that aren't implemented yet.
Okay.
But the names, so they all share the same asset, but there are different upgrades that have different sets of effects to them.
Okay.
This one's honestly my favorite. The legs allow jump during dash is my favorite.
Ooh.
So you can jump out of your dash and you carry a lot of momentum that way.
Oh, what is the dash button?
Oh, it's control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is
Yeah.
there any sort of like stamina? Or are you able
No.
to just okay.
You can just go for it.
This is exactly what I wanted. This is no comments, no critique. This is super.
There was talk earlier in development of tying the dash and tying some other movement resources to
I did it.
heat, but we decided ultimately that since heat is only gained in combat, that we wanted the player to have their access to their full range of movement at all times.
Yeah,
because it just makes it more fun to play.
Yeah, and it does make it easier to get to the objectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I find them. I will find them. How many are there per level? Is it
There are
There are
three.
three. Yeah.
is it possible to jump over this? Or is it sort of you have to go over?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
I was trying earlier and I was unable to. I think that that's a recent update to this level.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to get over. So.
Okay. Oh yeah, it does say how many. Whoops. Read
Yeah,
the
but-
UI.
But yeah, that's also good feedback, like there are certain things it's great to get feedback from people who've never seen the game before. Like that's like the most important like objective for you to be going towards, and so like that's always feedback for us to look at and go like maybe that's not being communicated as loudly to the player.
I feel
right?
like I just wasn't looking
So-
hard enough maybe.
It can be some of both, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, I just want to give a shout out. You guys have like a playtesting server, right? So
Yes.
people can play the current like,
Yeah.
build.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cold Snap playtesting. You can put a link, drop a QR code.
Yeah,
don't
it'll
know.
probably be like in the YouTube VOD description.
Yeah.
Getting a link to that Discord. Definitely, I want to share it, shout it out,
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
more people can playtest this game,
For sure.
so you can get more helpful feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, I might need some help navigating.
Yeah,
Where to go for the generator?
I would keep going through that
forward?
area past where you found that first
So
generator.
there's nothing in the initial area really, aside from that first generator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so there are the generators, there's a multitude of potential spawn
Oh.
locations. So there's randomization between each run since we're trying to have some road-like elements in the game.
So then it can be played like multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. I like the little mailbox. It's so
Thank you.
cute.
Yeah, a lot of the architecture and the buildings and stuff that we got from the art team add a lot of color.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I believe that one was from our artist Ash.
Yeah.
You can just fly. Like if you're up
Yeah.
in-
Yeah, that's been a little bit of emergent gameplay, as we call it in the biz. Recently.
In the biz.
Not intended, but
Yeah. Unintended, but
hasn't been
welcome.
patched out yet, and
I like it.
I'll say I do kind of like
I
it.
like it.
I
It's
wish
grown
it
on
could
me.
be like kind of like on purpose. Like if I jump and dash, maybe like
Yeah.
getting that sort of same feel. I did not lock myself somewhere. Okay. But I really liked like hold on, I'm doing it. Ooh, that's really fun.
Mhm.
That's really fun. I really liked the movement and especially the dash, like getting around fast. I
Thank
think
you.
that's definitely like good to keep in like as a constant. Maybe I do like that.
Yeah, it's.
Oh wait, I
movements-
see them.
Yeah, so both of them, the other two spawned very close to you. It's also important to note the difficulty of the game scales with time. That's reflected in the little UI element in the top right. So as that little face of the robot there gets more angry and like it shifts more from a green to a red, enemies will start doing more damage and have more health.
What happens when you die?
Like,
Does it restart?
You reset. You go back to the main menu and you.
Oh,
you do it
okay.
Again.
I'm feeling a little bad. I'm already really low.
It's
Let's see.
Now keep in mind that you can also heal here
Oh.
if you wish.
You're right.
So
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna-
that's something that a lot of people don't necessarily catch.
we definitely could add
Yeah.
some conveyance onto that.
Yes.
Because it is our main healing mechanic, and I don't think it's conveyed that way.
Yeah.
I don't see any.
I say it looks like so enemy spawning here around the generators has been a recent bug fix.
Okay.
Which has been fixed for this build. I think what we might be running into here is there's a global enemy cap to prevent too many enemies from
Oh, is it
spawning.
because I didn't kill the ones?
And I think there are too many in other parts of the world, and that is a bug that we haven't quite gotten to
Okay.
yet. I found that pretty soon to when we
Yeah.
got on here, and I did not have time to rework it.
You're good.
Um,
I might just have to go back and
Yeah, there's also debug options in the pause menu to load into some of our other levels. I don't know how
Nice.
much time we have, but to at least show off some of the
Yeah.
other environments and things.
Would
So
it
if you
be
go to settings,
Yes. Okay.
and then if you
Oh, the buttons.
if you press Q here, I believe you should. We have to.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
The menu's a little bit hidden.
Ooh. 4 levels.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. We'll go to level 2. Take a little look. I like how I just fall in.
yeah. So the idea, once you complete all the generators in a
Oh, yeah, you
level,
fall
it'll
through the
drill a hole
drill.
through, and then you're going deeper into the world. So that's how you'll fall into each one.
Is there gonna be like a final like boss level at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's sort of building up to that. I'm guessing.
At the core of the planet. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look see around. I think. I don't know what's going on out
I said
there.
we're getting
but
some laughs from
Yeah,
off camera. I'm not sure.
maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just that funny doing nothing.
So really quick, when you
Ooh.
were hitting those, I don't know what you were hitting, but the volume just skyrocketed when you hit those containers or
I said
something.
you can go. We're getting some notes that the volume might be a little loud on the stream. So if you go into the pause menu, you can edit volume.
Okay, let me do that real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
Oh yeah,
gonna-
your master volume is cranked up all the way. So
Yeah, let me just turn
that might
that
be a
down.
default that is saved and should be.
I don't know
Should
if
be
that was
turned
in
on
my
later.
copy of the build.
Maybe that's a. I'm not entirely sure. That could be.
I hate to say operator.
Okay.
here, but-
I'm gonna hope this is better. I'm gonna hope.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be.
Okay. We're good. Okay. Dashboards, gravity. There's so many options, which is really fun. I like that it isn't just like one sort of. You always get the same options of upgrades. I like that it's like you have so many options.
Yeah, we tried to keep an element of random in there while still giving the player choice over their upgrades and future.
Yeah, Jayden, I don't know if you want to talk at all about the world implications of the second level and like what's going on here.
Oh, I would love that if you could. Yeah.
So from this is definitely more of a creative director question. Shout out Garrett, but
Miss Garrett.
So we are a robot Snap on the planet Cadmus, which has been drilled out by the Malum Corporation. They have just mindless, free drilling with no consequence or no thought on the consequences to the planet. And so to stop them, or we are on a journey to stop them from drilling out the core of the Earth with their core piercer robot.
Okay.
And so every level is a layer deeper into the planet. This being the first level underground.
Do we get to end up like fighting a drill? This sounds like I get to fight a drill.
You get to fight the core piercer.
Okay, that sounds like a drill. Is it like less of a drill, more of a like evil robot?
Evil, it crawls around on the core.
Oh.
It's a big spider-looking thing with a bunch of drill gadgets and gizmos and stuff.
That's a little scary.
It is a little scary.
Do I have to get all the generators in that last level, or does it put me straight in?
Right now it just loads you
straight in. Yeah.
So you do the main generator cycle in the first 3 levels, and then that final level is just a...
We are still working on implementation for that boss at the moment, unfortunately.
Am I able to see it at all, or is it not in there?
I don't think it's in there just
okay.
yet.
Oh, I can't press the button.
You may have just found a bug. You opened the pause menu with this interaction screen up, and that's not something that I think I have tried before.
Yeah.
So that
congratulations. You've officially play tested Cold Snap.
Yeah, I'm now number one play tester.
This is part of development. It's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much time we have left for this, but I just wanted to talk a little bit more. Just like hearing about the stories. I like that there's like a narrative aspect behind like the actual like gameplay. It isn't just robot.
We've got a whole lore bible of stuff that isn't directly implemented, but is very much an influence for if we have new enemies or new upgrades. We'll reference the lore bible for what the inspiration should be, what the it helps us keep a central theme for the game.
Okay, so it's like a big like reference where it's like
and we took inspiration from the Doom Bible, and I think Quake had one as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys want to like touch on for your game?
I'm trying to think. I'll say shout out to our design team as well, because I know the art team and the programming team both got specific shout outs. So I don't want anyone on the team to be left out. Also shout out to our composer Gavin.
All the music.
Who's not like officially in our class, but has been doing music for us for the project, and it's been awesome. Super cool orchestral stuff.
Volunteered. Incredibly grateful, Gavin. Thank you.
And I don't know. I guess shout out also to all the other workshop games that are in development right now. There's a lot of really cool projects being worked on.
And they're also helpful with stuff we need help. We couldn't have set up the playtesting server without a Leylon. We couldn't have set up, and they couldn't have set it up without Sorn. So we're all in this together, and it's a playful competition, but we're here to help each other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best parts about game dev here in particular is you have other people you can talk to about it.
Yeah, I love that there's like so many sections, and you get to see how each other go about like the same sort of thing. Like I know there's like I think different sections of the same professor, Shabib.
Yeah.
And it's great that you guys can like still have the same sort of core curriculum, but like go in like completely different directions. I think it's really cool, and just moving like beyond just like Cold Snap. I just wanted to talk maybe a little bit more about your experience with like other core classes that you've taken, maybe, because I know that you're taking like programming track. What track are you in?
I'm on the programming track now too. I've been a bit all over the place. I've taken level design. I'm in C# for Unity.
Ooh, okay.
The core classes here are great. It's modeling is hard.
I
don't think anyone will disagree with me on that one. But I have really fallen for the programming aspect of things as well. I've mostly been producing as of recently, but it's been good to get back into the actual nitty-gritty coding of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say all the faculty throughout all the courses I've been in have always been like super helpful and open to talk and office hours and encouraging people to do game jams and lots of stuff. There's really a strong community in the downtown campus, I think, and it is a really great like group of people to be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really exciting able to get into those like upper level classes as like a junior, be able to touch more into like intermediate game development. Excited to get into like sculpting, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Of course, thank you
Yeah.
so much for having us.
Yeah, I
thank
really
you.
appreciate you guys coming on, showing off your game.
Yeah.
Even if I do find a bug or two.
That's just how it goes.
Par for the course.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming on to this segment. We're going to take a quick break before we move on to the 3D art segment where we'll be having Morrison, one of our sculpting professors. So thank you guys again.
Of course.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for
hello.
We are back. I am Michael Thomas. I am the broadcast technician here at GaIM, and I am here with...
Hello. There is the webcam. I am Kenneth Morrison. I am an instructor here at UCF. I'm one of the art people. I do a lot of modeling. But before that, I was an animator in the game industry at Blind Squirrel Games. Tale Big Tales. Yeah.
So, what do
we got today? So, if you see on my screen, we have Spider-Man, and I thought it would be a cool thing to cover some stuff that I did while at Blind Squirrel. It was a way that we cheated some production constraints, especially. Oh, get close to the mic. Okay, all right. I'm getting coached. But it was a way to cheat some production constraints that we had. There was a project where we had the want for like 100 characters. We did not have the budget for 100 characters. Now, when that happens, you tend to get creative, and we did something we called the archetype system, where instead of creating 100 different animations for 100 different characters, why don't we make about 5 characters and multiply them about 50 times or something like that? So I was really on the tank, which was this big guy, but there was the caster, the ninja, the beast, what have you.
And are those just like normal enemy like archetypes that the player would run into when they were playing?
Pretty much. Just like you would run into some ninja guy and it would be the fire ninja and you would do fire ninja whatevers, and then you'd go into the snow area. Oh, he's doing ice ninja whatevers. Same thing all the way down. Now, the way we did that was through something called the reference editor in Maya. Have you heard of the reference editor before? Because a lot of people tend to not know about it.
No, this is my absolute first time hearing about the reference editor.
Okay. So, we have this Spider-Man character, and I actually have this Spider-Man character from this website, 3dfiggins.com/store. Here is the Amazing Spider-Man rig and Deadpool. He also has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He has Murlocs. These are all free because they are things that actually exist. He would get sued by Fox if he had the Xenomorph in there.
Oh my god, this is a really good resource. I have never seen this.
Yeah. He also has a bunch of different little characters. He did not model these, but he rigged them and he set them up to be animated.
I saw this trending. This one right
Yeah.
here. I saw that one trending.
This one
a week ago.
Yeah, this one popped off really big. This one a little bit in certain circles because it was really good for something called the Blizzard Student Art Challenge. If you don't know about that, please look that up because that's going to be really big. Where somebody did this to do a animation cycle or what have you. I actually remember when he was revealing this, I got my hands on it to check how the wings worked. But a lot of really cool stuff.
So these are absolutely free models?
These ones are, because he's not going to be able to pay the licensing for Lethal Company.
Yes.
But
I was just wondering because the Deadpool looks like it's ripped from Marvel Rivals?
Not from Marvel Rivals. If you know how Marvel Rivals looks in this Deadpool, they're pretty different, but they're all really good. But I believe this guy is from ILM. That's where he does a lot of stuff. So I believe ILM is owned by Disney or Lucas or whatever. So there's some stuff. All of these are paid. I'm not going to go and buy one right now. I'm not going to include my credit card information on the back. I'm not stupid. But you can use these. Now, a thing about the reference editor is that... Nope, this is Deadpool. This is the Deadpool rig that we have up here. And if you look at it, it's actually created rather generically. Controller, FK, L, elbow. Control left foot, all that jazz. Control FK R wrist. One of the ways that he is able to just pump these out is that he has a lot of automated scripts and generic pipelines. So it's his generic humanoid thing for the Traveler. It's not going to be the Traveler's body, the Traveler's rig, or all that. That means we can do some really cool stuff. Now, I have Spider-Man in here. Now, this is a animation file that has Spider-Man referenced in through the reference editor. And if I unclick this, he's gone. He's not actually in here. His file is being referenced. So kind of like when you are creating your textures and you're putting those in Maya in Unreal or whatever.
Yes.
They're not actually in the Maya file. They're pointing to the texture file. Same thing is happening. And if we kind of looky here, will it keep its textures? Because this thing actually has a problem of keeping its textures. Yeah, let's... No, I'm not select... I don't have the ability to select mesh. There we are. And you can kind of see where all of his Spider-Man textures are. It's the same thing with rigs.
Yes.
Now, the reason why we do that is if we go into the source file for, let's say, Deadpool and start animating him, if somebody else wants to animate Deadpool, Deadpool's borked. It's like, oh, you can't do it. We have to completely rechange the file. You broke something. That broke it for everyone. What'd you do? Don't do that. So you open up a new scene and you go into the reference editor, create reference, or go into the reference editor.
Okay.
And you have Spider-Man in here. Now, cool thing again, generic. You see animrig _ Amazing Spider-Man _ rig controller left foot.
Yes.
This is something called a namespace. It's just, here is the name of the file that this is coming from because it's being referenced.
Okay, I see.
But it's still controller left foot. Similar to this one.
Controller left foot. I
Yep.
see it. All right.
Now, here's the thing. We have this animation, and it's not that great of an animation. I did this, I think, in like 10 minutes just to make a point for this demo.
Uh-huh.
If all of that is the same stuff, why does it have to be Spider-Man? Now, if we go into the reference editor,
I see exactly where you're taking this.
you have a lot of options. File, create reference, export, selection, da-da-da-da-da. You can also import your objects from the reference. You don't want to import everything into Maya because that becomes a problem. It's hard coding, and there's actually a lot of CSE things with all of this. A lot of people come to 3D art trying to escape the numbers and the code and the command line and what a variable and a pointer is.
Yes.
But we're actually doing some pointers and variable stuff right here.
I think you made a similar comment with your the crossbow rigging video. It's like, I know you guys are trying to escape math coming into 3D modeling, but setting up point space, or was it point space? Point switching.
Space switching.
Space switching.
Space switching.
Yeah, you said Booleans are back.
Booleans are back.
And you're never going to escape them.
You're never going to do it. Is it here or is it here? Is it that or is it that? This is a float. Do you know what a float is? Oh my God. I remember back in my freshman college, and I swear I would never see a decimal point value. And it's like,
nice
sorry.
try.
Sorry. But we also have this with the reference. Now you can reload your reference. Now let's say somebody started rigging Spider-Man and they weren't finished yet, or there was a thing. You're good. You're fine.
Yes.
But then we can just reload it. It's okay if it's not finished. You can just reload it. It's better. Hey, we added this functionality. Here's the crossbow. It's all the skeletons set up, but the skin weights aren't. Okay. We set up the skin weights. Reload it. You're good. So we set up the space switching. Reload it. You're good. Also, because this is all generic, we can replace it.
Okay.
And we can go and find, this is Spider-Man. We can find Deadpool. And we have Deadpool.
That is a very good time saver.
Oh, this is a massive production boon. Again, this is how we did it at Blind Squirrel, where it's like, hey, we don't have the budget for 100 characters. We have the budget for, like, however many. I said, I think, like 5. You can just do 5 of them, give them 20 or so animations, and then you can just paste them.
Yes.
You're not really copy-pasting the animations. You're copy-pasting the models onto the animations you have. But
so I see that there is a material issue going on right now.
Again, this is a pointer. It kind of broke where it was looking at. We can go into...
Somebody in the chat said Spider-Man's getting sassy with it.
Yeah, he's getting sassy with it. But kind of the similar thing. Hey, this doesn't work. Reload it. I can't find where it is. There's a lot of people working on the motion capture assignment, and it's like, you're going to reference in Quinn. And I'm like, I don't know where Quinn is. Where did Quinn go? Oh, you just need to go and find her again. Deadpool. Norm X textures, I think. Misk. Deadpool Misk. Text Max. Okay, I think this is it. And we're back.
Yep.
You can do that, and it brings it all back. If you have a file like this and you have a lot of textures, because there's a lot of materials, you can kind of come into Renderer Viewport 2.0, reload all textures.
Oh.
They're all back. Little time savers that you learn.
This is pretty good. This is a good tip for everybody who's going into workshop next year. If you need to save time, you know.
Now, here's the last little fun thing about this. So, hey, Deadpool's getting sassy with it. He's throwing up the I love yous. But that's not Deadpool unless he's mocking Spider-Man. Let's make Deadpool Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
You have the layer system, where you have over here... I can't really see it because he's dancing. Create layer from selected. Create empty layer, what have you. You can use this to create a new layer of animation. So let's say we go in with this to kind of maybe this foot to kind of bring this foot a little more in because it's a little out there. Let's create a layer from selected. just going to call this foot. And I can just bring this in to kind of just make it a little less annoying in a way. And I'll also take his knee controller, add that, and then move that in just to kind of make it so that it's a little more put together. Oh, I did not. Did I not? I did not key it. That was my fault. Always remember to key your animations, people. So... Oh.
That's happened to me before
Yeah,
a couple of
that
times
happens.
with keying, because it's the same principle with anything you work with, like with animation. Video editing softwares use keyframes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I've ran into that issue a couple of times
Oh.
trying to make transitions.
Okay, we have this, but we didn't have the actual foot. Oh. There we are. We've keyed it up. We've kind of changed the foot a little bit. It's not the best, but again, not all that.
It's just to demonstrate a
Mm-hmm.
process.
Yep. Now, I have this other layer that I already made that I can just unmute.
Oh.
And then I can add all these other things and just add new layers to Deadpool. Kind of have his swords out, kind of have his guns out, do all that stuff, make his hands go from this action to like I'm actually holding a sort of something. Don't read into this. This is not a threat of violence. But you can do all of that. Now, another aspect why the reference editor is so cool, we're currently referencing into Deadpool.
Yes.
So we can do a little something interesting with something like here. And we can change these swords to pinning from the back to just put them in his hands. Space switching.
See, I thought I recognized that. I wasn't sure though, but
Mm-hmm.
okay, I recognize it.
You're doing it. Now this one is set up so it's only back or hand or world. Not like the it's not set up as a float where you can just make it go wherever. It's like
Yes.
only in the hand, only in the back, only in the world.
Yes.
But we could save this in the source file and go back into our Deadpool file, or our little demo file here, and then go back into the reference editor and reload the reference. Give Maya a little bit of time.
Oh, I see.
Anything that you add into the source file, any changes that you add into that.
You can just reload it and then it will bring it into that file.
Yep.
That is a big game changer, actually.
A huge
So-
game changer.
Was this something you learned prior into getting into the industry, or was this something you learned while working at the studio?
So it was a bit of give and take on that one. I learned about the reference editor while I was in grad school. I was FIA cohort 16. For those of you who know me, I was on WIC. You've probably seen that in the hall.
I definitely did. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. No, that looks very interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good game.
Is it inspired by Little Nightmares?
100%.
Okay. Yep.
100%.
Okay.
I am one of those people. I will wear my references on my sleeve because it's good. We're kind of adding on to everything. We're iterating on what's happening with that. But I learned about the reference editor in there when I was really going hard in animation.
Okay.
There was a animation class in the major when I was a student in game design here. That changed due to a lot of things with the programs. So I found that fell in love with that and went for it, and was very self-taught, doing a lot of dirty things that I shouldn't be doing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
Oh my god.
I learned it that way. So found out in Phi, it's like, oh, use the reference editor. I'm like, the what? And like, you don't know about that? Like, no. It's like, okay, that's that's a thing. I'm trying to save y'all from what I did.
Because as a student, like going here, it's one thing being self-taught, right? But like you can only get so far until like you start learning new vocabulary that you should be looking for. Because like if I was doing animation, the only thing I would know how to do is rigging and then setting up controllers. I would never have ever thought about searching something up like reference editor.
Yeah.
To me, as an outsider looking in, it sounds like, like a corporation secret. It's a business secret.
Some of it is just wanted to give the people what they wanted. Give Wade a chance to dance around.
Very in
Sometimes
character for him.
it is. Sometimes it is corporate secrets. Sometimes it's just weird stuff that people come up with.
Yeah.
There are some things that are corporate secret and proprietary, and you're never going to find until you're there. And other times it's just like you just don't know what to look up, and everything's moving so fast.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, and this is something that made me incredibly mad this semester, where I had this demo video on how to make a firework in Unreal Engine. It's like, all right, this is going to be cool. And I used the newer stuff. I made it in 5.6, and we're working on 5.4. We should be good. It's future-proofed. And then I open it up, and it's like, all right, here's the thing. It's like, hey, professor, there's this thing that I can't find. And it's like, what do you mean? We're only in like 5.7. It's like, yeah, they completely changed that thing that you did. It's completely gone now.
That sounds very on brand for Unreal.
Yeah. That's also one of the reasons why people tend to stick with Maya, is because I can take a thing from Maya 20. I learned this when using Maya 2018. I learned this back in like 2023 or something. But it was in a Maya 2018 file. It still works.
Yes.
It's not changing.
I mean, we see it right here. There's proof.
But yeah, that whole workflow is just kind of something I learned through it. Learned through all the whole stuff.
I might have missed this, but did somebody go in the mocap studio and do this dance?
Oh, no. This was... However, this is something that you probably could do for motion capture if you wanted to do it. You can kind of motion capture someone and then just pop different models onto them. So like with the motion capture assignment, you can go from Manny to Quinn to pretty much any fab asset that works with Manny's skeleton.
I see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand what you meant by a generic rig, because the rig was very generic. The only other controllers that were uniquely Wade's was the gun, the swords on his back, and you could just apply it to that model.
Here's the thing that works with all of that. If I decide to replace the reference with another thing that I got, where is Link Breath of the Wild?
Oh.
Maybe you've seen this rig around the internet. If we get let Maya do its magic.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is so big now. And if we come here, the global scale should probably be 0.1. Probably seen, you've probably seen this rig around the internet before. Now, same reference file.
Yes.
And we referenced this in. Still Anim Spider-Man rig, we're just replacing it.
You're going to have Link shake his butt now, too.
Thing is, it's not
Oh, it's not named the same
thing. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
It's not controller left foot. It's BIP001 IK foot L.
Mm-hmm.
So Maya had all that things. Like, I know what should be happening with that foot, with controller foot L. I don't know what IK foot controller L is.
Yes.
So it breaks.
Completely.
You can't go from every character to every character. You can only do stuff that works with that character.
I see.
So if it's a different thing, even if they have like similar builds, similar stuff, they need to be named the same. They need to have the same controller setup. They need to have the same joints.
You stress that a lot in your crossbow rigging assignment, and that's when I see it there. It's not control. It's not called like left foot control. That's why the animation's not coming over.
Yeah, no, it's rigging and animation in Maya is far more technical than a lot of people think. All of 3D art is. But yeah.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's a whole big old thing.
All right.
So, all right.
So we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
Well, this was Professor Morrison. Where can they find you?
In my office.
It is office. Talk to him.
Yeah. If you really want to catch my attention, probably bring a monster with you, and I will.
This is very true. This is very true.
Somebody said, I don't think I've ever seen you lecture without a monster, and I've been just holding that for a good month now. It's hilarious, and I need to look inward on what that means about me.
Michael wanted to do a recycled monster can suit of armor, so
Yeah,
maybe you guys can link up on that.
I don't know. I want to get a big, like essentially a big costume that's just like a floofy monster, and I'm just like a big monster, kind of like a big banana costume, but it's just a monster. So yeah.
Well,
yeah. All right.
he is a great resource, everybody. Happy to talk about anything related to the subject. Actually, talk about anything in general. So
The real chick is getting me to shut up. All right.
come on.
I think we
gotta do. We gotta do it
there
once.
is.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Okay, that's a good one.
All
to
right.
end on.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Follow Candy. Mine slimy.
I hate those things. They chased me so much I lost my sense of direction.
Yeah, those stores are a doozy. Mushroom, that way.
forgive me for who I am about to become. But I can't live like this. A home of artifacts and books that once brought me joy is now empty without you, Nura. I need you. I don't care if I'm a fool. I don't care if I earn myself a cursed end. I'll do anything to bring you back, even if it means facing the gods.
Another hero coming for an audience with me? You all always die so messy, ruining my tomb and such. I prefer gold on my walls, not dirty mortal blood.
You know why I'm here.
Of course. So desperate to see your wife again. You've come to grovel to the one god who enjoys humoring mortal stupidity. I can get you beyond the veil. All you have to do, my friend, is cause a little trouble for me. Keep your head down. Anubis is only kind to lost souls and stupid puppies.
To challenge Anubis is a death wish. I admire your determination.
Get up and start running. We are short on time.
But it will be wasted on such a sad fate.
Show this tiny bean out. I don't want mortal blood in my home.
No, let me through.
I gave you your chance. You should face my judgment.
You need to listen to me. Why? Why can't you help me?
Little mortals, you have little time.
I won't leave without her.
And you suffer the consequence of your failure.
Hey guys, welcome back to GaIM Live. Now we have one of our students in the program, Emma, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a junior in game design, and I just finished modeling too, so I think we're here to talk about some of those projects today.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Earl. Mr. Earl, he has a beautiful
Mr.
name.
Earl.
It's a little mechanical spider that Emma made during modeling too. If you want to talk about, what project was that for?
That was for the portfolio project, like the first project after the Tamagotchi. So it was middle of the year, September, and I was like, man, I really need to do something that is going to wow everyone and make my art station look amazing. So
one trust it does. It does.
It does. So I was looking on Pinterest and I saw a bunch of like mechanical insects, and I had come across the spider, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to model this. So yeah, that's basically what I did.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that you did this for a middle project rather than the final.
Oh my god.
You did it
Me too.
early.
Yeah, he took a little longer than the specified project windows. I ended up working on him more after the fact because I was presenting him for the Games and Interactive Media Showcase. So I wanted to make sure I'd cleaned up the model. So that's the one you're going to be seeing today.
Yeah, if anyone wasn't able to attend, we're going to be seeing the demo reel. It's really great. I'm excited to show it off. yeah, if we can get to here it is. Here it is. Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Small little demo reel just to show off.
Yeah.
Girl. So this is him in all his beauty. And a little nice music in the background. Okay.
You always have to have just a little bit of music.
Yeah, you know, when I first saw this, I was amazed. It's just really fantastic.
You know, the demo reel itself came together for maybe 4 or 5 hours before the games and interactive showcase.
Wow, cutting it close.
It was cutting it close. I was rendering everything out then, and I had just learned how to use the Cine camera setup in Unreal Engine, so I was working the best I could with that. But we got there. It made it in time.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. I really like the presentation that you did for this, showing off the wireframe, beauty shots, so many different angles. Like it looks great from all angles. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
I think it's really important when you're presenting your work to be able to show different angles and aspects of your work. So you should be able to be proud of your wireframe or your UVs or what you did in Substance Painter and stuff like that. It's important that people are able to see the process and understand what you worked on.
Yeah, moving on, I believe you shared a video that has like the sculpting
it's the time
process.
lapse of the parts I did in Maya and ZBrush.
We're screen sharing right now, and
it's a long time lapse.
It
so
is. I'm gonna probably speed it up a little.
We do not have to.
We are
watch
not gonna
all
go
of
through
it.
all of it.
But basically.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. I don't know what I pressed, but here we are.
Yeah, you can see the references over on the left. I tried my best to do a rough block out first, so you don't actually see it in the time lapse, but there's just like a giant box with thousands of little mini boxes that kind of look like Earl off to the side.
Oh, now I'm really curious and I want to see it.
I will show you later.
Okay.
Yeah, I used the Boolean workflow for the gears and the inner workings of the clock face because I don't know. I feel like hard surface modeling this would have been a little more difficult, but you know, I had to spend a lot of time doing retopology, but I'm glad I did because, you know, he looks very optimized.
He does look very optimized. So I was looking at that. Wireframe. I was like, oof. This is nice. This is nice.
Yes, the one I submitted for class was about 20,000 tries,
20,000.
but the one I submitted to Games and Interactive Media was bumped up to about 40,000. I wanted to make the legs look a little nicer in the bake.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all about determining what your model is going to be used for. Is it for a game? Is it just for a beauty sculpt? It's just really important to know what you're modeling for so that you can pay attention to that try count.
I also heard that you tried rigging, Earl.
Yeah, we're doing it. I haven't started yet. I've been working on watching videos on how to do it, and I've determined like the best way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to start working on it over spring break. So hopefully you'll be able to see him soon.
Oh, I'm excited. I hope that we'll be able to have him back on, fully rigged, animated, looking all cute.
I don't know if he can really look cute.
I think he's
some
cute
beady
just the
eye.
way he is. I think his beady eyes give him a little personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just like the intricateness of like the model that you chose, the references, I feel like, did you try to stay as faithful as possible?
I did, absolutely. It was very, very difficult to find those references because, like I said, I had just found the image off of Pinterest, and then I had to go around and try and find other angles of the reference, and luckily there was an auction site that had every single angle, so I was able to work off of that, and this project would not have been possible if I didn't find those images. I'm so happy.
Did Earl exist in real life? Was he sold?
Yes, he was sold.
Do we know how much?
It was like $2,000.
Okay, that might be a little bit out of my price range. Unfortunately, Earl can't come home soon.
I don't know.
We can print him.
Crowdfund.
Is it possible to print him? I don't know. He's so intricate. I think it might be a little difficult for like a regular. If we try hard enough, if we separate enough of the little gears, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe that's a project for another day.
Yeah, maybe that's like 5 years later.
Yeah.
When we're like, I miss Earl.
Yeah, what happened to him?
What happened to Earl?
It's okay.
No, but I love all the gears. Like, I understand using the Boolean workflow for this. Like, for one of my projects that I did for modeling too, I also did like a block out in Maya first before bringing it into ZBrush for sculpting.
Yeah, so you'll see here, I'm actually making one of the Boolean pieces, and then I go and I cut out of the main cylinder from that. But yeah, just cleaning it up was a lot of the main challenge, and there are a lot of interesting shapes that are hard to kind of retopologize around, but we got there in the end.
Did ZBrush help a lot, like the Dynamesh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and ZBrush were best friends for this project. I don't use a lot of ZBrush, but oh my goodness, this project,
it put you in it.
We were there.
It put you in ZBrush, yeah. Especially, I could see all the little like scratch markings. I don't know, was that ZBrush or was that more Substance Painter?
Substance Painter.
Okay.
I did almost all of the scratching and wear and tear in Substance Painter. Okay. The parts that were not Substance Painter, that were ZBrush, were the intricate details on the outside of the clock face. So, you can't really see it right now in the reference.
Wait, I can skip ahead.
Yeah, but I end up going over to Photoshop.
Does it go into ZBrush?
It does.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you do have a lot of the notches.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's what I was referencing, the notches. Oh, and the legs, did you do?
I did the legs in ZBrush. It should be here somewhere. I took the reference into Photoshop, and I masked out some of the details, and then I used it as an alpha so that I can drag and drop it there as kind of like a stamp, so that I didn't have to
manually
paint it. But yeah, my other best friend was the radial symmetry.
Radial symmetry.
So I did not have to do a lot of the stamping over again. They were all in even spots.
Yeah. Yeah,
you'll see here. I kind of like, I'm just like messing around with the watch face. Oh, here.
Oh,
I
here's
get to the legs.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see. Like, I think I redo them a lot, and I didn't cut it out of the video because I think it's important to show what went wrong when you're doing something.
Yeah.
Because it's just a mistake. Like, you can fix it. It's gonna get better.
You just keep sculpting and keep like working on from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you end up doing?
Did I do it really quickly?
I think you did.
Did I like rage quit and then end the
I feel like
end the recording and then come back when it was done?
You might have.
I might have.
That's really funny.
I do that.
I saw the like they were like not there, and then it's like, whoa.
Yeah, but you can see it now. Like,
yeah, it looks it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it showed up surprisingly well in the bake too. That was a detail that I was super concerned about not transferring over correctly, because the original assignment, it was just like one long cylinder. There was no subdivisions.
Yeah.
So it made it. We made it there.
So did you bake it onto like a cylinder? Is that what you're saying? Like okay. So that definitely saved you a lot of the tries before you, and then you made it more detailed after for the.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I can't remember because I don't think I have the second part of the video with me, but I believe the entire time I only had one leg, and then at the final part I went around and duplicated it. It makes no sense to work on 8 separate legs.
Oh, yeah.
It would just take 8 times more time. So
8 times more time.
8 times more time.
8 times more time. That's really fun. For sure. I just keep saying, oh yeah, no. Yeah. I definitely agree with just working on like the one part, especially if it's gonna be like completely symmetrical to the other ones. Even if it's just like small detail changes, like having that same base and not having to redo any of your work.
Yeah.
That definitely time saver.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for such a detailed, complicated project like this.
Yes.
Yeah, but Earl's one of my favorites.
Yes. Oh, the other thing I would like to talk about is I did all of the wiring that you see around the like mini pincers and the tail end with sweep mesh.
Sweep mesh.
Yay!
Sweep mesh. It helps.
Yep.
It helps so
Basically,
much.
what that does is it takes a curve that you have in Maya and it adds geometry around it, and you can specify how many edges you want or how accurate you want it to be to the curve, and it's a really great help for. We're done.
Oh, we're done. I'm putting it.
Oh,
we,
look,
we
there's
saw,
my
we saw one of your
background.
OBS for a second.
My OBS.
How
for
did
a
I
second.
choose that one frame?
That's
But,
diabolical.
Yeah, I remember one of my projects. I also used like the sweep mesh around a curve. It makes it so much.
It does
so much faster.
Yeah. So basically, I also used it for the low poly because I mean, why would
Just
I go around and retopologize a curve when I already have the curve?
Yeah. Did you end up doing anything to it like in ZBrush or just kept it?
I didn't.
Yeah,
touch
because
it.
it's just a wire.
Yeah,
You know?
it's just a wire.
It doesn't need the little detailing the legs have.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that.
I think we've seen a lot of the time lapse. Do we want to go over to some of the renders?
Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Let me find. Would it
My
also
Google
be
Drive.
in here?
Yeah.
In the renders. Okay.
So you can see some of the final product here.
I love the gold. It's like shiny, but like you can see, especially like around here, like some of the
damage, the wear and tear.
It breaks up. Like it's not just like a one-time finished product. Like you can see that it's like worn a little. I like that a
in
lot.
the original kind of reference, you can see a lot of buff marks in the metal. So I tried to replicate that as well as I could with my knowledge of Substance Painter.
Ooh, his beady eyes.
Yeah,
his beady eyes.
eyes.
Yeah, I like. It just looks so cohesive and also really just visually interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure everywhere you looked, you'd have something to go, oh, I like blank, or oh, I like the legs.
It definitely works like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part of this project was the legs. You actually can't see it from this angle.
See.
You won't be able to see it from any angle. I'm good at hiding stuff. But
you're hiding the legs.
I'm hiding the legs. But yeah, there were some bake errors towards the bottoms near the springs, and so I had to go into Photoshop and manually paint the normals on for some of the areas, and that was okay. I was willing to do it manually because I wanted it to be perfect. So
yeah, I think he's perfect.
Yeah,
I love him
too.
And just looking at the wireframe, it's. I can see the cylinders like on the legs and everything, and just like the gears. It's so low poly for some pieces of it where you wouldn't think like.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense.
If you don't need geometry, don't put it.
Yeah, like you don't need to make things more complicated, and
put that geometry in places that actually need it, like the back.
Like the crazy gears going on
like the crazy
here.
gears.
Yeah. Okay, I think. I'm just so happy. We got to see Earl finally.
Finally, yeah.
I've been waiting.
I know
for
you
Earl
have.
to come on the stream for so long. We were in the same class.
Yeah. I sat next to Summer. So
so
Summer got to hear all about it.
I've been waiting since whenever this was it like September, October?
October.
Since October for Earl's great shining moment. But I just thank you for coming on, talking about Earl. I really appreciate it, and I hope that everyone else likes Earl as much as I do.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and we'll be back after a quick break.
Follow Candy. Mine is tiny.
I hate those things. They chased me so much I lost my sense of direction.
Yeah, those stores are a doozy. Mushroom, that way.
Hello, everybody. I'm back, and I am with
Lauren. I'm Lauren Holloway. I am a 3D character artist and a junior at UCF.
All right. So, there we go. All right. So, can you tell me a little bit about this project?
Yeah, this was a project that I worked on as part of one of the FIA games. I was contracted as an undergrad because they didn't have any like character artists on their team. So they reached out to me because I'd worked with one of the other FIA members during the like mentor-mentee program. And so they knew I could do character art. So they asked me if I could work on this. It's for Ravenous Sky by Wanderlust Studios, which is like this game where you're navigating these crazy winds because I think like a god was trapped in a crystal or something. It was like, I don't remember the whole story, but there are these like, you have like a little axe and you can throw it and like grip onto things and you can like dodge the wind and stuff. I don't know.
So with your description of that game, I can already tell like the environmental inspirations for this character. Like you see that they have the bandages and they have the goggles to, you know, presumably protect their skin and eyes from those strong winds. Is this game set in a desert?
Yeah, lots of sand and rocks and stuff.
I really like what you did with the so how long ago was this project?
This was pretty recently. I think I finished this. When was it? This was posted 6 days ago. I finished this like the day before it was posted. So like a week ago I finished this.
All right. So would you happen to know anything about like the background story for the character? Because in my head, you're telling me it's set in the desert. And when I look at the outfit altogether, I want to assume that this cloth here was white before it got like faded.
Yeah. So this character is called the Wanderer. And there's quite a bit of story that I'm not too well versed on, but I know that this character is wanting to like save their town from these winds. So they're going on a little bit of an adventure to go, and I believe they are freeing a god from a crystal, something like that. But yes, they're out adventuring. The white of their clothing is fading and like getting a little bit messed up from that sand.
But I absolutely, this is like my cup of tea because I absolutely love like faceless characters.
Yeah.
So the bandages and the goggles.
Something we really wanted to focus on was making the character like gender neutral so that everyone can like kind of project themselves onto this character and relate in a way. And yeah, you can't see too much of their face so that you can kind of imagine yourself as the Wanderer. You're saving your town.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I genuinely couldn't tell. So
yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, this character I didn't get very much time on this character, because, as I said, they didn't have any character artists on their team, and, like, by the time I got in there, they were pretty, like, desperate to get a character in there because they'd been working on this game for a little bit, and their professors were saying, get a character in there, so I didn't get that much time, and then I also had to wait until a concept artist finished drawing this character before I could get started on it. So it ended up like I think so I did a block out of this character in like a week, and then they made a bunch of changes to the concept art, and then I had to like completely redo it basically. And from that second redo, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks, which on top of like my classes and stuff.
Yeah.
It was quite I spent most of the weekends during that time period.
Okay, I see.
Nonstop, basically.
So you said you were working with a concept artist. How many was this like literally your first pass attempt at this character, or did you go back and forth between the concept artists, or did you have like any creative liberties when working on this player?
Yeah, so the first blockout I did was based on concept art by Kate, who was the art lead, before we had like a proper concept artist, and that was very different. So I ended up having to change quite a lot of things. But when we got the new concept artist, a lot of the changes there were very just between that concept artist and the art lead. Once I actually finished this, there weren't too many changes they wanted me to make just because they were so like desperate to get it in. But they did give me quite a bit of creative freedom. There were some changes that they wanted from the concept art that they were just like, just do what you think would look good here. Like, it didn't have this long sleeve. Mm-hmm. It had like, it was kind of a tank top it was wearing, and then it didn't have this like piece of red fabric here or these like stringy bits, you know? And that was just stuff that they were like, we trust you to do something cool. There.
Yeah. So that was just kind of like a rule of cool type of thing.
Yeah.
All right. By all means, it looks absolutely fantastic for something with so little time.
Thank you.
There's a lot of details. I mean, you even got the lace holes on the boots right there. I see that.
Yep. That was all sculpted on the high poly and baked down. It was a little bit hard because on the concept art they had these like straps here.
I see.
And I could not model all of those, especially within the poly count. This ended up being 16K tries. They were pretty like liberal with their poly count. Like they said I could do more than that, but I wanted to make sure it was like
feasible for AIM engine. Can we go back to the topology?
Yeah.
This is very impressive.
So those details on the sleeve there were just completely baked down from the high poly. I just modeled over that completely.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see on the boots as well.
Yeah.
All right. No, very impressive work. And you said you were a junior here?
Yeah.
So you're doing game production.
Yeah. Oh, not right now. So
are you a first year junior or second year junior?
a first year junior. So I had some like advising. I didn't talk to my advisor that much early on. I did dual enrollment when I was in high school. So I had quite a few college credits already, and I could have graduated in 3 years technically. But I still wanted to do 4 years because I wanted to do minors. I'm doing a minor in code and studio art. So I was doing that, and then I was like, wait, I haven't really talked to my advisor. So by the time I talked to her, I'd already taken game production as a sophomore. So yeah. And I also took like my art classes pretty early on because of that too. Like I'm a junior, I've already taken modeling 1, 2, and digital sculpting. So
all right. Well, is there any like final statements you want to make about this model before we move on to the next one?
No, not really. Well, the texturing, by the way, was not done by me.
Okay.
So, because we had such like limited time, I didn't know too much about like the texturing style. They kind of had a specific style for the texturing there. So the art lead Kate hopped in and did those textures for me. So I did the sculpting and the modeling and like the retopology. Yeah.
It's very impressive stuff. So I don't know, this is going to be probably a deep pool, but I was watching Klaus recently, and that's what the outfit reminds me of. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't.
No, it's all good. But let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
You got it. So we got Leafeon from Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I'm sure that's like a similar sentiment like 90% of the students here would give you.
Was this from Professor Morrison's class
Yes.
that had you? Awesome.
Yeah, this is something I worked on for Professor Morrison's class as a final project. Yeah, we got to pick any Pokemon and we had to model and rig them. Yeah. I did a rig for this as well. There is an issue with the legs that you will see in a second when we look at the rig.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm proud of the rig, but I completely did the quadruped thing a little bit wrong, and the front legs bend the wrong way, so ignore that. I ran out of time to fix it.
So you did the texturing on this
Yes.
one. All right. I just wanted to bring that up because you mentioned like the last one you didn't do the texturing. It's very good. Yeah. What's the poly count on this one?
This one, it should say it on here. Like around 10,000 tries. Yeah.
So was this a similar workflow to the last one as well, where you made a high poly, took it into ZBrush, and then baked stuff down?
No, so for both this and the other one, I started in ZBrush. Yeah, so a lot of the time, like, I know, like, some of the professors will do, like, the high poly in, like, Maya and then bring it into ZBrush and add details and stuff.
Yes.
But for organic stuff like this, I've been doing a lot of ZBrush, and I find it to be a lot easier to start in ZBrush to get all these like rounded shapes and stuff. You work with like a super low poly spheres and get the block out of it. And I feel like that makes it a lot easier. So for both of these, I modeled the whole thing in ZBrush and then brought it into Maya and retopologized it with Live Surface.
I see.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite thing, and like what was one thing that you absolutely hated about working on this project?
Okay, my favorite thing, I loved the ears so much. I thought, okay, my favorite thing is just how cute Leafeon is. I thought that the ears were super fun to do, and I liked the little details like that, like the little fur and the little head thing. I thought those were really fun to model. The worst part for me for this was the eyes. So for the eyes, because in this rig, I did some blend shapes here. And so the eyes can close and stuff. And that was something I knew I really wanted to work on with this. Did a little scary face there. Was making sure that his eyes could close because I wanted to do some facial expressions as I hadn't really worked on that. But as you can see here, his face is kind of flat. And if you do little spheres for the eyes,
they kind of bulge out.
Yeah, if you do spheres for the eyes, they don't fit in those sockets.
Yeah.
They don't fit there. So that was a lot of, I messed around with I think I just did planes for the eyes I ended up doing, which if, I kind of want to go back to this model because I want to be able to I want the character to be able to
look,
move the eyes, which currently can't do. I tried. 5
minutes.
I tried to make it so that just these the pupils could move, but it was hard and I ran out of time.
So, estimate, right? Last project, how many hours did you put into that?
Last project, I would say 25.
25 hours
I'd
altogether?
say.
And then what about this one? How many hours you put into this?
I put in quite a lot less on this one. I'm trying to think. I would say 10 hours on this.
Okay.
Maybe less. I don't know. I'm not good with time estimates. I try. I kind of just, for a lot of my models, I will just lock in for a whole weekend and just work super quick.
Yep, I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah.
So, is this also your model right here as well? The art station right there?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's all them. But I can go to my art station.
Yeah, if you want to show off your art station, this is good. Plug your stuff.
Yeah, if anyone wants to check out my art station. Yeah, this was I did some hairstyles for my internship at Limitless Solutions. This is character customizer hairs I worked on. And that's just for this 3D party style game, kind of like Mario Party. And at Limitless, they create they work on 3D printed arms for kids born with limb differences to make them more affordable. And we also make games to train them how to use those arms. So we use EKG sensors, and they play the games by flexing and moving their arm.
All right.
They have to learn to use the muscles there. Yeah.
I didn't know that about a limit list. So, aside from your art station, is there anything else you would like to plug?
No.
Nope.
That's it. LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. So you're a first-year junior.
Yeah.
Going in the Game Pro next year. All right. Watch out for this one, guys. Her model's very clean. She shows that she's even very committed to this stuff as well. So great work from Lauren. Thanks again for coming on to the show.
Of course.
And we'll be right back with Bryan.
Bye.
Follow Candy. Mine is tiny.
I hate those things. They chased me so much I lost my sense of direction.
Yeah, those stores are boozy. Mushroom, that way.
Welcome back, everyone. And here we have our last guest for today, Casey Walsh. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Casey. I am a character technical artist in Fire right now.
Yeah, and so we have her art station pulled up. Going to showcase two of her works, and she's got some pretty awesome stuff. So walk us through it. What do we got here?
So this is my Dungeons & Dragons character, Pura. I made her for basically a character sculpt. As we're getting closer to the end of the campaign, I wanted something to remember her by and all of the journey she's gone through. She is a Circle of the Shepherd druid. She is a satyr who is going right now through the Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites.
Yes. She is a child of Arl, and this is actually her second form. She has died previously, unfortunately, and was reborn under Arl's will, so she is very snowy, icy, everything like that.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah. I basically made this entirely in ZBrush. Like I mentioned, I wanted to make a miniature, or not a miniature, but a statuette of her that I could 3D print and learn the whole process of that as well.
Awesome. Dang, you got a lot of references over here too.
Yes, I started this project, I believe, at the end of November. Mainly worked over winter break, and then finished her off. I think I restarted in about January, finished her off very recently for Faya's portfolio review.
Ooh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. When she's printed, she'll be at about 11 inches tall from the bottom of her hooves to the top of the horn. And she does have a couple accessories with her, like the staff. I tried very hard to incorporate a lot of items that we found throughout the campaign. So this staff is actually an item that we picked up fighting a hag, and had an associated curse and everything with her. So there's a lot of like little personality with her as well. She is, like I mentioned, a Circle of the Shepherd, so she has her tiny totems, the unicorn, the bear, and the saber tooth, to kind of aid in her adventure. So for our campaign members, there's a lot of little things to her as well.
That is super duper cool. Yeah. Like you mentioned, all the tiny details really make it come together, make it feel like super alive, very connected to the story that you kind of gave us a little summary of.
Yeah, I'm very happy with her.
Yeah, it looks incredible. So you said this was all done in ZBrush?
Yes, this was actually a giant project to learn ZBrush, learn all the processes. This is the first character art I've ever really made, so it was a very fun challenge. I had a lot of help from Kenneth Morrison, Nicholas Hunter, and Caden Peterson in trying to make her look as good as possible for both portfolio, printing, and for industry review.
I think it came out incredible. So, yeah, I don't really got much to comment on. It just looks astounding from top to bottom. I really love the texture, especially on the ice. Yes. I like the little sheen it's got going on. We're getting some information that Hunter is in chat. So
hi, Hunter. Thank you for your help. The horns were actually an idea from him.
That's really funny.
He helped me a lot in trying to get the ice looking right and looking very cool. While keeping everything else more of a plasticky, more of a resin look to it. Yeah.
Looks cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it gets printed.
I appreciate it. I printed a tiny one in a different pose, and unfortunately, I had many fingers breaking. So she still needs some revisions.
You know what? Art is an iterative process.
100%.
So.
And then...
Cool. Yeah, I guess we can show off the next project then.
Yeah. This is actually a project I was doing when I was still at UCF in the undergrad program for my independent research project with Professor Hunter. This is an FN Evolis 5.56 Hellhound. It is, I believe, a fan art for a gun. I don't know the exact game that it was made for, but it is based on some concept art and was a giant project in learning hand painting. So this is actually not a lot of topology here. This is called, not that called. Thank you, Hunter. But this is entirely hand painted. And a little bit after this project got posted, after it got finished, I got really into WoW and all of their hand-painted textures. So I like to imagine that this is what started a long-term fun for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah. This was a very interesting project, as it was not supposed to be my IDR. I actually had an environment project I was working on, and in the last month of the semester, my SSD crashed, took everything, and I called Hunter, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's like, do you have anything saved? I'm like, I have this gun open in Substance Painter on the school computer. He's like, awesome, that's your IDR now. Finish
So
it, you got a month.
I was going to say, you did this all in a month? That is incredible.
I did all the texturing in a month. I got all the texturing done. Luckily, all of the actual models were done, but it was a big process in learning so many things.
I was going to say, all the same, that still seems like a pretty big effort, all for 1 month.
Yes, but I did get to learn so much from it. I used this project also to host a couple of hand painting workshops for Game Dev Nights. And I believe the videos and presentations are still up on there. So there is a full breakdown of that in those as well.
Awesome. For any of our people in GDK, go check that out.
Yeah. You can also just message me directly on Discord. I'm somewhere in there under A&ES.
Awesome. Yeah, just some really cool stuff. I love the glow effect as it's like kind of like oozing out, I guess, from from the square.
This was a very big challenge because I learned through this that Substance Painter is not the best necessarily painting app. So I ended up using a bit of Clip Studio Paint, I believe Procreate and Substance Painter all together, and essentially moving the maps between them.
Wow.
Do not recommend it.
I was about to say, how was that process?
It was very bad.
I don't hear a lot about that.
I had so many troubles. But now, today, Clip Studio has painting on 3D model features, so it might be a strategy now.
Oh, okay. That's something that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say something. I absolutely love the attention to detail on this gun. I love the cracks and glowing bits on like the hard surface stuff.
Thank you. It was such a unique challenge because I didn't even have much painting history in this project before I started it. I don't know why I thought I could do it. But challenge is a challenge, and I learned a lot from it. It was, I think I have the... I don't have it exactly linked.
And one more thing. I just wanted to say the shape language with it is so strong. It's very aggressive.
Yes. That was one of my favorite parts working on this, is there's so many spikes, so many weird geometries, especially on the 3 heads, that it kept me stumped for a while.
Yeah. Incredible work all the way around.
I appreciate it.
Well, for anyone who wants to find you, where can they outside of Discord? We already have your art station on here. Is there any other social medias you got? Any other places we can find you?
I am also on Twitter or X under Case KACE3D. Discord, obviously, that's going to be my main one. And yeah, that's pretty much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And thanks for showing off your work.
No problem.
Looks incredible. I think that we'll start wrapping up now then, and I'll bring on one of the other co-hosts, and we can... No? Okay. Yeah, we'll send it off here then. Once again, thanks you everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this art stuff. We did go a little bit over time, but we just had so many people to show it. They just have such high quality work that we wanted to get through all of it.
So many great people.
Absolutely. And we still have more in the backlog, so some of that will be bleeding over into week after next episode, because just as a friendly reminder, next week is just going to be a compilation from, prior streams. But week afterwards, we're going to have some more people coming on that wanted to be here.
Hunter, you better come on the show, please.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier.
Come on. We would love to have you. Only if you're willing, of course.
No, you should.
On.
Come on.
But yeah.
He said eventually.
Eventually, okay.
Ooh, eventually's got to be sooner.
Yeah, I was going to say eventually, sooner. That'll be this semester, right? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. I just decided that. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and hope you guys have a great spring break. We will be returning, like I said, week afterwards, because next week is spring break. So, yeah. I think that's it for us. So, see you guys later.
Bye.
Thank you.